So yes, hello and welcome back to another 10k calorie burning challenge. The last time I did this, I did about 6.1k, 6,100 calories in 24 hours, and that was about 9 months ago. This time, boy oh boy, did we do well. We did a lot better. We didn't hit 10k though. We weren't actually far off. But yeah, let me just quickly run through what I have here. Attempts number 2 and 3. Because there are 3 attempts in total here. The first one, obviously, as I said, 9 months ago. The second one, woke up at 4:22. As you can see by the Fitbit, I had to walk to work on this one because my car had failed its MOT, so I obviously couldn't legally drive it until I got that sorted out. So I had to walk to work, do some work, walk back, and found that pretty much everywhere was flooding or already flooded. And burned off quite a few calories doing that, had some food obviously, and then tried to fill the day with other activities. Went on a bike as well, went for a run on my own, did some weights, and ended up burning 5,800 calories on this one. And it was about the same for the other one as well, where it was freezing cold, but I didn't have work this time, it was on one of my days off. Went for a run with Sam, went for a walk with James, and obviously everything was, about this point, had every bit that was flooded on the previous challenge had iced over on this one, and obviously James tried to be a smart ass and put his foot on the ice.
Fucking hell. That's mental. It's your own fault. It's your own fault. How's your shoe?
Cold.
Oh God! Jesus Christ! Jeez, that's like a pizza slice.
Obviously went on the bike again, sit-ups, this time it was about the same number of calories. But then, aside from all of this footage, which you've already just seen, now comes the big one. Attempt number 4. So this one I chose to walk to work, and it had been raining. So we've gone from it being places being flooded on attempt 2, attempt 3 it was all iced over, and here it's raining again. I walked to work, did some work for 4.5 hours, which involved obviously walking around, and after work obviously had to walk back, and then literally half an hour or an hour later walked to go and meet Sam, went for a run with him again. Did a beep test, whatever it is, level 12 on that one. Almost 10 miles of running / walking with Sam. Got back, obviously had some water, had some food because I was absolutely starving my arse off. By 1:30, I was almost at 5,000 calories burnt already. So I'm thinking, wow, possibly could hit 10k, although I'd have to do everything that I've already done again to even get close to 10k, so that was on second thoughts, probably not. And then went on the bike for a little bit. That was the first of 2 times I went on the bike. The second one was later in the evening, as you'll see in a minute. Went for a walk with James, which was about 5 miles of walking. Burnt off at least 1,000 calories, if not 1,500 on this walk. Bearing in mind at this point it's still not nice weather particularly, although not cold, so at this point my legs were absolutely dead. I thought I was going to rip a muscle or pull a muscle or something, but I had to keep going, because I knew that, come on, I can make a video out of this, come on. And then, by the evening after I had the evening meal, just completely knackered. I was at 6,500 calories towards the evening, went on the bike again. And then by, 11 p.m, surprised I actually stayed up that bloody long, I was falling asleep, just completely not with it at all. And then by, the time I went to sleep, I was at, I think pretty much exactly 7,500, give or take, I think. There's an hour that's undocumented because I was going to stay up until, basically I don't know how many calories I burnt between 11 p.m. and midnight, because obviously the Fitbit resets every day at midnight. So at 10:53 to be precise, you'll see the calories there, but at midnight I don't actually know what I was on before it reset, so I'm going to say it was about 7.5k. And then when I woke up again, as it ticked over to 4:12 a.m, because I'm doing it to the minute, you know, exactly 24 hours, no ifs, no buts. I was at, I believe it was like 7,857 calories, which is the best by far, and you know, almost 8,000 calories. But next time I do it, whether it's before this video goes up or after, so it may be included here, right now it may not be, but I'm going to try and get past 8,000 calories in 24 hours. I mean, the main goal is to hit 10,000, but you know, 8,000 or more I think is really solid, but I was so close. It's really annoying. I was like 150 calories off, for God's sake. But next time, attempt 5, hopefully it will be the best I've ever done. Yep, it turns out I cannot go this way because it is very, very flooded. Like, holy crud. Oh shit. I have to... What do I do now? I have to... Fucking hell. Holy crap. Oh, what? That was grass at one point. What? Ah, bollocks. Oh god. Yeah, I bet the bloody swans are having a nice time, aren't they? Oh, for God's sake. I should have known this was going to happen. Oh, I wonder why no one was walking on here. For God's sake. Is it going to rain again? It feels like it's going to rain again.
And on that bombshell.
Well, you've seen 4 attempts so far. Well, 3 attempts in this video, but 4 attempts so far. But this one is actually the best one. So basically, I put the watch on and started the challenge at 4:15 a.m. and once again I chose to walk to work rather than drive because I am insane, and obviously did about 4 hours of work, which is slightly less than the last time I walked to work. Then obviously had to walk all the way back, which was fun because there's still loads of roadworks and stuff going on, so it made it more of a pain in the ass to get home. But I eventually got home, had some water because I wanted to stay as hydrated as possible, so I started with water. Then later on you'll see I broke out the old Lucozade and I still have some left. I only had about half of it yesterday, so still got some left. And then literally about not even an hour later, once again met up to have a run with Sam. We also did another beep test, and we did it properly this time. We found out it was slightly longer distance than we originally thought it was. So I got to level 7, whereas before it was level 12, but still pretty good. And then got back from that just after midday, had some food, and decided to go on the bike about an hour later for about half an hour. Burnt off a couple of 100 calories there. I think it was nearly 300 calories I burnt off, which is pretty good. And then got off the bike and then decided to go for a second run, this time by myself. And I think I did almost 3 miles, and got back from that at about 25 past 3 in the afternoon. And then did some dumbbell exercises, which I didn't do last time. So I then went on like at least an hour walk with James. I think it was about 5 miles of walking. And also we sometimes walk down this long path, sort of in and around Clayfield Copse, and I decided to run down it this time. So that was another mile of running I did. And then by the time I got back from that, it was getting very, very dark, and it was just gone 6 p.m. and then I decided to break out the Lucozade, as I said, for the second go on the bike, which ended up being almost 50 minutes. So I burnt off nearly, I think it was about 500 calories, something around that, on the bike. By this point I was feeling very, very rubbish, tired, feeling a bit sick as well. Definitely didn't overdo it, you know, my body wasn't aching at all. And And then it was about half eight, and then decided to just rest in bed for a little bit until the watch reset at midnight so I can see how many calories I was on just before midnight, and I was looking awful really at this point, falling asleep. I was at just over 7,600 calories when I went to bed, and when I woke up, as soon as it ticked over again to 4:15 a.m, I ended up a grand total of 7,973. So that's 27 calories off of 8k. Last time I was like 150 calories off 8k, this time 23. So if I'd have done a minute or 2 minutes more exercise, got my heart rate up, burnt 27 more calories, I'd have done it. Actually glad I did it, because you gotta keep pushing yourself. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the future.